Well, it turns out Deadpool 3 had big plans before Disney bought Fox. And now the old plot has been revealed, and it sounds insane. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the original Deadpool 3 plans, and how it would have seen Wade Wilson and Wolverine meet up with one of Marvel's most powerful mutants, Santa Claus. Now before we do that though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring that bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos, and we want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently, so you are really in the know. Well, it's no big secret that back before Disney bought 20th Century Fox, the studio was already working on its plans for a third Deadpool movie. And now we know it would have been very, very different than what Marvel Studios is about to bring us. Now, over the years, there have been a lot of ideas that Fox was working on for this project that have managed to find their way out, but we were never exactly sure how close the movie came to entering production before the takeover happened. Now recently, the actor who plays Dopinder, Karan Sani, was doing an interview with Screen Rant while he was promoting his new film, A Nice Indian Boy, at South by Southwest, and he revealed he had been spilling plot details for a really long time. He actually said, "They're not telling me anything," which is good. Honestly, to bring it back to Rashawn, on our first date I recapped the plot of Deadpool 3, which I wasn't supposed to. This was the Fox version, which didn't get made because the studio got sold or whatever. But we just met, and I was desperate to impress him, and I just blurted the entire thing. I told him Hugh Jackman was going to be in it. This was years away. All to say, I didn't get a script this time, thank God. They didn't even tell me the trailer was coming out. I got to watch it when it came out, and I'm excited to be a small part of it. Now, when he was asked to share the outline, he said, "I think it's online a bit, so I can." It was originally going to be a road trip movie where Deadpool tries to save Christmas, so we all go to the North Pole. Now, both of these quotes kind of reveal a lot about what's going on, but let's first talk about going to the North Pole and saving Christmas. Now, it seems to me that Wolverine was long in the mix for this third film, and that Ryan was probably leaning on Hugh Jackman as hard as he could for years. We've also heard the new Deadpool movie being referred to as a road trip movie with Hugh Jackman, so it sounds like those elements just carried over into a multiverse adventure. The idea that Deadpool would try to save Christmas is pretty funny. You know, he did a holiday-themed PG-13 version of Deadpool 2 called Once Upon a Deadpool, so it would kind of make sense to play a little bit on those jokes and carry them over to the third movie. The biggest question I have is, if they went to the North Pole, were they going to face off with Santa Claus? If you're familiar with Santa Claus in Marvel Comics, he's actually one of the most powerful mutants on the planet, and has faced off with big groups of heroes in the past, including the Avengers and the X-Men. Now, as far as the new movie coming out and what he said about that, obviously Marvel is keeping him under wraps and the snipers are afoot, but he did give us a little bit of a tease here because he said, "I'm excited to be a small part of it," meaning Dopinder does not have a huge role in this film. I suspect all the scenes we saw of Wade celebrating with his friends, well, that's probably in the first 10 minutes of the movie, and once Wade leaves his universe, he doesn't come back, and we know ultimately he's going to land in the MCU, so it does appear we will be saying goodbye to most, if not all, of these characters. Now, Deadpool and Wolverine drops on July the 26th, so we only have about 4 months before we finally get to see this film. It is Marvel's only big theatrical release in the upcoming year, and from everything we're hearing behind the scenes, the film is awesome, and it's going to probably help Marvel right the ship and get a little bit of energy and mojo back in their corner.